it's Chia Chia's son, and welcome to Chia Chia's World. And I asked Ash, our ops associate, before she started filming what she would like to hear about. And she suggested intimacy between partners as we age. And I think that's a great topic because it really, is core to why we started the company. Myself, Gardner Smith, my partner, and I, and being personal partners, and intimate partners, we believe that, intimacy is something that you can have your entire life. Now, what are some of my tips on this? And I'm no expert. However, I have had the privilege of having discussions and with both clientele, customers, colleagues, friends, family, and in particular, experts such as sex therapists, physiotherapists, doctors, etc. And it's really very simple. Number one tip, keep going. So don't stop. Once you stop having sex, it becomes a lot harder, and especially for older women, and by older women, I mean women 40 plus. We may not consider that older ourselves though, being 40 plus. However, what that means is try not to go any longer than 6 months without intimacy. If you are going longer than 6 months, use a device, masturbation, manipulation, whatever it is to keep going and keep yourself turned on. That's really, actually, that's above and beyond. That's what everyone says, just keep going. So I think the analogy would be, it's just like exercise. You don't want to stop exercising for 6 months. And once you stop for 6 months, it's a lot harder to restart. And this, the same thing when it comes to sexual intimacy is just, don't stop. So that's the first tip. I think the second tip for women is that we have to recognize that our bodies don't respond the same way as we age. So when we are younger, and my friend Rebecca Rosenblatt talks about this a lot, we, have arousal that leads to desire. And what that means is that our bodies are much more easily aroused because we have all these female sex hormones going, and that leads to desiring a man or a woman or anyone. What happens as we age is that we start to need to have desire to get to arousal. So you need to desire someone, to have aroused feelings towards them. So that is really hard when the person that is your partner, let's say for a long time, hasn't taken out the garbage when you've asked him or her to, or dropped the ball on, a very big item, or didn't buy you flowers for Valentine's Day, or whatever it is that is important for you in terms of desire. So that's a key kind of tip, which is that be patient, recognize that you need time to get to arousal, and it's not just going to be instantaneous the way it was when you were younger. And I think the third tip is just simply, to me, it's just routine kindness and affection. Lots of hugs, kisses. What Gardner and I say is not just pecks, right? Don't just, he doesn't like it when I just give him a little peck. He wants a real kiss. And let's do that. Let's have a real kiss. And lots of hugs. People thrive on hugs. We actually need, as a people, 12 hugs a day just to maintain. And we need more than 12 hugs a day to grow. So, intimacy has to, in my mind, have affection and kindness behind it. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be frustrated. Doesn't mean you can't be mad. Those are absolutely real feelings too. But, as I often say, it's important to have 6 positive for every 1 negative. So that's my third tip, and I hope that helps Ash and everyone else in terms of learning about intimacy as you age.